So I have a get ready video with you guys today about this look right here, but I also have a little gift for you. Now, I like to be 100% honest and transparent and genuine with you guys. So to let you know, I was contacted by a company called Firmoo. Now, Firmoo is an online website and they sell glasses and the frames and the lenses, and they can send them straight to your house. They asked if I wanted to do a review of one of their glasses, and with that review they would also give me a code that I could give you guys where you would get the exact same thing they offered me, which is a free pair of frames with the basic lenses, a free pair of glasses. Now, I agreed to do this review for a few different reasons, so before you get upset about the fact that I'm doing a review for a company, just hear me out. I chose to do the review because number one, I went and checked out their website and I actually like the idea behind it, in the sense that if you don't have insurance that covers vision, and if you don't have insurance at all, they sell frames for really cheap, and then they also sell lenses at varying prices. It's just a great way to get prescription glasses if you don't actually have the money to, say, go to Lens Crafters and drop $250 on a pair of glasses, which honestly I find to be absolutely ridiculous anyway. The second reason I agreed to do it is because they offered that code. So I would not even be getting contacted by companies like Firmoo if it wasn't for all of you guys. So the fact that they offered this code that gave you the exact same thing they offered me, I thought that that would be a great way for me to say thank you and kind of like a little Christmas present, because there's no way that I would be where I am today if it wasn't for all of you. Just to be clear, this is not sponsored, they did not pay me for this, and I am not getting any money if you do use that code to get the free pair of glasses. But I also didn't want this just to be a review. I feel like just straight up reviews from companies, it's just not really genuine. So I wanted to do a get ready with me where I kind of talk about this whole look, and then at the end I'm gonna do an honest review about what I actually think about these glasses, the quality and the shipping, how long did it take, and the company as a whole. But let's just get straight into the get ready with me, and all the information about how you can get your own free pair of fashion glasses is at the end. So I already did my skincare. I'm just gonna go right into the eyebrows today. I'm using this pencil. It's the Designing Eyebrow Pencil from the Face Shop. I picked it up before I left Korea. It's one of those ones where it's not terrible, it's not fantastic, it's just a basic eyebrow pencil and it doesn't smudge. I just lightly fill it in. I do like to trace like underneath my eyebrow. I think it's because I use pomade so often that now I've kind of got that whole, fade the front to the back but draw the line thing going. Probably kick that habit. And you can see the difference. It's the same brow shape, just more filled in. Part of me feels like my eyebrow hairs grew longer when I got back to the USA. Like, I know that's silly, but it feels that way. Like, now that it's not as cold as it is in Korea, my eyebrow hairs decide that it needs to warm up my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Just Beige. I actually prefer this as just an eyeshadow base. I've tried the NYX one, I hated it. And this one, like, it goes on, it's got a little bit of yellow undertone, but it's not like a super overpowering yellow at all, so it goes really nicely with pale skin, and it covers up all the purple on my eye. I just kind of blend it up. I also take it into this inner corner here because I do have a lot of purple. Honestly, this to me is just one of the cheapest versions of this type of eyeshadow primer base, and it's so much cheaper than the MAC paint pots. So now I'm going to take the Tony Moly Eye Tone Matte in the shade M02, otherwise known as Tea Rose, and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade just in my crease. And you guys know this brush, it's from my Eco Tools set that I use all the time. So I'm just gonna buff this back and forth. I start on the outer corner and then we buff it towards the middle, and you're gonna wanna bring it kind of up towards your brow bone. Typically I stay more towards the outer edge, but for this specific look, it's gonna go a little bit into a halo eye. So next I'm gonna take this Etude House color, this Look at My Eyes color. It is PK004. Marathon Wanju, but you can look it up by PK004. And I'm using this to just deepen up that color in my crease. So the Tony Moly color is a very light wash, which is why I like it as my transition shade. And then this one has got the same tones, but more pigment. I focus this one on the outside as well, and then I bring it in and go towards the inner corner of my eye. So next I'm gonna take this shade by Innisfree. It's number 09. It's like a kind of a burgundy brownish color, and it's called Marum Changi Kochip, something like that. And I'm just gonna take this shade and we're gonna use this just in the outer corners to kind of deepen up this same color even more. So one of the videos that I posted got a lot of views just in the last like week. I'm pretty shocked. A lot of you, if you're new subscribers, you might have seen it from that. But I've been kind of laughing a little bit because I've been getting more negative comments, because it's one of those things where when you get a lot more views, you also then get a few negative comments thrown in, and some of them are just kind of funny. I mean, I've gotten comments on them thinking my teeth was yellow, which they are a little bit, but it's been that way since high school. That's not gonna change. I had one person comment about how I was ungrateful and should be embarrassed of myself because, you know, how dare I wish that there were certain American foods at cheaper prices, or that there was cookie dough when I was in a foreign country. And to me, that's just like, you obviously didn't watch the Loves video, because one of the first things I talk about in the things I love about South Korea is the fact that I love Korean food. So now you're gonna take ColourPop Weenie, and we are going to actually just use our finger and pat this straight into the middle of the lid. I was watching a Korean review and they were talking about how unpigmented they thought the eyeshadows were. I think maybe she just didn't know that you should apply them with like your finger, because it's just the way this formula works the best, because they're definitely super pigmented, because ColourPop is magic. So I did end up using this Face Shop color. It is RD01 red something, but it's RD01. And I use just a tiny bit of it, and that's because it warms up the eye just a little, which is kind of nice. And what I meant when I'm talking about, I think it's funny when people are upset that I kind of was craving American food. It's just, I think that if you haven't lived overseas, then you don't always understand the fact that it's like, when you leave your home country, finding something from your home country can be really, really comforting, especially when you're really missing your friends, your family. That's why McDonald's is actually kind of a nice thing, because it tastes the same in every country. So I'm gonna go back with that Tony Moly shade, and now I'm just gonna kind of go over and soften the whole look up, and I bring it up a little higher as well. So make sure that you have washed your hands, because we're gonna put primer on our skin. So this is just the Vanilla Co. Original Primer. That's a trick that not everyone knows how to push. Press and push. I have a lot of people who say, well, your skin is so flawless, and one of the reasons is that even though my pores are getting bigger, I pushed those smoothing primers into my skin. I'm gonna be using the Misha Original Tension Pack. The one I have is the peach one, and it's in perfect cover, which it's got a natural finish to it, but it's higher coverage, which is one of the reasons I like it. And this is the filter one. I'm not gonna do a review on it yet, because I have a plan for a 10 days of foundation reviews that I can like go through all the Korean foundations I have. Pat, 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 pat. So now I'm gonna use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Use this to kind of just powder, usually just the sides of my face. I always recommend to people that you take just a little bit and you pat it into your skin. When you swirl it, sometimes that's how you get that cakey look. And we don't wanna be cakey. We wanna take away the shine and have a nice canvas to put bronzer and contour on. All right, so I'm gonna take my NYX concealer. This is the HD concealer in 01 Porcelain. It's really great if you do have pale skin. It does oxidize just a very, very tiny bit. And I try to not use too much. So I'm just gonna use my Real Technique sponge, and I'm gonna do this while it's dry. I feel like when I use it when it's dry, it still looks really good, but it doesn't soak up as much. The last step I do is I take whatever powder is excess left on my brush, and after I pat out any wrinkles, I'll pat that powder just underneath. So today I'm going to use the Shin Stealer palette. When it comes to contouring, sometimes I enjoy this one a little more because it has that darker shade. So I'm just going to take that lightest and the darkest and mix them together to make a little bit of a cool shade, and we're going to go very lightly right here. So you're not going to do an intense contour or anything. I don't think people need to do intense contouring. And then I'm also going to do just the edges of my jaw. So now I'm going to take the two lightest shades, these two here together. I'm going to use those ones just on the side of my face. I really like to slim down my face just a little bit. I've gained a little bit of weight. I'll lose it eventually. Real life Photoshop. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start working on that lower eye again. So I'm gonna grab that same Tony Moly matte color. I think taking the light transition shade and bringing it a little farther down can make your eyes look a little bigger when you're using darker colors. This rose brown color was so popular in South Korea before I left. So I'm gonna take that same Etude House color as well, but instead of this big blending brush, I'm going to use this smaller one, which is their shade brush. And when we take this color, we're just gonna go really close to the lash line, 3/4 of the way in, but not all the way. And lastly, I'm gonna take that Innisfree color, that burgundy from the 09, and using that same brush, I'm just gonna tap a little bit of the excess off, and we're gonna go just on the outer corners. It's adding to that kind of halo-ish shape, the eye that we want. So now in that Eco Tool set, we're gonna take the smudge brush, but we're gonna take this color here, which is PK002. It kind of has that same color tone, but the reflection is like this really pretty gold. And I actually really enjoyed this on the inner corner of that eye as like a little bit of my highlight. Even though it's one of their jewel ones, I find that it's not too like clumpy. So I'm gonna be highlighting with this highlight shade from Pony Effect later. This is her highlight in First Chance. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use it. It's this really pretty white gold, and I'm just going to add a little extra just on that inner corner to lighten it just a tad. And I'm also gonna take that same highlighter and we're gonna go just right underneath the brow bone. I mean, this is full glam look, guys. So we're actually gonna finish off the lashes now, and I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash. Yes, this is a tiny sample, but I've been using this every single day when I go to work at Sephora, just because I really love it. I will buy the full size. I think it's like $25, which is spendy for mascara. But I like this one so much. And yeah, we're not using eyeliner. I wanted this to be more focused on the burgundy colors. So I'm also gonna use this just to do my under lashes, because I do like to have a little bit. I find that I feel like it opens up the eye even more. And then I'm just gonna take my Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner, and this is in the shade in the nude. And we're just gonna put this on the waterline to open those eyes up even more. I find that if you use a lot of dark shades on the eye, sometimes your eye will look a little smaller just because you have so much darkness, and putting this in your waterline just makes your eyes look a little bigger, opens up your eyes. I think it's important. So the eyes are done, and now we're gonna finish up the face. So I'm gonna use this single blush from the Face Shop, and it is in BR01. I think it's Dusty, but it's Dusted to Rose, Dust Rose maybe? This one right here, Dust Rose. And I'm using this brush here, it's a crown brush. I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, and I actually really like it as a blush brush. So we're gonna start down here, and we're gonna start pulling it back. It'll give you that same effect that contour can give you. I feel like the shade of this specific blush suits this look so much. And then right in the center of the face, because I want to draw eyes towards the center. So then I'm going to take that Pony Effect highlighter in First Chance again. I think this is a little bit of a dupe for the Becca Moonstone, just because it's finely milled and you can build up the color. And I'm using my Real Techniques brush, and this I got in a set, but I love it for highlighting because I feel like you can just really get in a particular place. Bam! And also optional, a little highlight on the end of your nose. I like it. I also put highlight on my upper lip. So I'm gonna take little stitches. It's gonna look really kind of pink mauve-y light on the lips, but it'll dry down. And this is the ColourPop Satin Lip. I love ColourPop Satin Lip. So this is the final look. I know the ring light's kind of screwing with the whole glasses thing, but this is the complete kind of red, sexy, curly, nerdy, everything. So let's talk about how you can get a pair of glasses of your own. I have a link from Firmoo. It is the first line of the description box, and basically you click on that link, you pick out a pair of glasses. You pick out lenses, which by the way, pick the basic lenses, otherwise they will charge you a little extra if you get one that's prescription or anti-glare. And then you check out. You're getting a free pair of glasses. Merry Christmas! Now let's actually talk about Firmoo, the company. The glasses themselves, they are a little lower quality. This clear right here is plastic, and then this is a thin metal. It's the same as if I bought a pair of fashion glasses at Forever 21. You know, they're not going to be the best highest quality in the world. But it does come with its own little case and cleaner as well. So make sure when you're not using it to keep it in this case, and as long as you're careful with your glasses, they should be fine. These are not going to be the glasses that you wear to go play football. But I do really like the kind of service that Firmoo offers, and that is the fact that if you don't have insurance, glasses can be really expensive, and this kind of allows you to choose a frame, whether it's a little higher in expense or a little lower. I think the typical one is around $23, and then you just enter your information for your prescription lenses, and then they'll send it to you with the case and with the cleaner and everything, and overall it's a lot cheaper than if you bought it at Lens Crafters. So shipping for the glasses, it actually did take a while. It took maybe 3 weeks. Now, if you're looking just for a pair of fashion sunglasses, you can definitely get them cheaper at Forever 21, but this does have a huge, wide range of different glasses. You're gonna get a wider variety, but the cost is a little higher, and then there's still shipping. But either way, go get your free pair of sunglasses. I have been so happy to have spent this year and a half with you guys. It's been a blessing, and because of you guys, companies like Firmoo approach me, so it's nice to be able to give back. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you haven't yet, make sure to check out my Instagram and my Snapchat. It's the Dutch, the number 1, the number 4, EVA, the Dutch one forever. Get it? Because I'm Dutch. It gives you a little bit more glimpse into my life, although I need to be more active on Instagram. I've been so busy batting. If you have any videos that you'd like to see or a specific comment, just leave a comment down below, because I love to hear from you guys. Literally reading the comments and commenting back is one of the best parts of being a YouTuber. It really is. You guys are what makes the magic happen. But that's it for today, so bye. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for waiting. I know it's been a long time. I've been super crazy busy. I'm working 2 jobs and trying to get everything set up for starting my master's in teaching, and I kind of just got bogged down. So today I'm finally doing the review video of the Etude House Personal Color Contour Kits in the powder and the cream.